we combine this boat with with boots of flying? Make it a boat of flying.
Hey, let's make a fucking flying boat.
The
Where's
flying
some
duck.
flying?
Yeah,
So yeah,
Yeah,
welcome.
I like the idea that once per day this boat can sprout wings and fly.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a little bit more research on this boat because I don't know exactly everything it can do other than this, which is awesome.
She says,
But
Aaron says,
As
trying
you
to do the
can
slowest
see,
drift in the
we've
world of a
been
boat.
as you can see, we've been on an adventure.
oh, we also found a dead guy. Well, almost dead guy, and two not dead people.
So then jumps up. Ooh. Hello you two. And should he be
Welcome
foaming at
aboard,
the
Sky
mouth?
Lover.
Actually, yeah,
Yes.
that is an improvement on his normal state.
Ah. Also, it feels weird to talk to you, Ash, considering I've been talking to you for most of this time, just not directly.
I prefer it this way.
Why am I not surprised?
What? Something wrong with me wanting to be up close personal with my lover?
I suppose.
Or
Lillian just fucking stares at Aaron. Okay, well, moment ruined.
Ah,
What are you... Are you... I don't know if his boat is going to fit up there. Are you keeping it down here?
No, take with. Can't leave
Yeah.
here for others to use.
we could hide it.
Mate,
you know, I'm going to have no part in this discussion. I think I would like to leave now.
Yeah. Aaron, this is your problem. Bye. As Lillian just jumps off the boat.
See ya.
Yes, I will agree. So long.
Ash also just jumps down the boat.
Enjoy hiding your boat.
Actually, I think I have a better idea than hiding it. Frankly, this thing's a little bit esoteric, so I'm just gonna drive it to the middle of the island and then park it there, and people can stare at it confused.
Technically, you can do this, but to get it to like where the teleporter is, or at least closer to the center as well, it's gonna take a while.
Yeah,
We have
I'll
time.
do it.
Ipos got
Yep.
no plans.
Yeah.
I mean, technically Ipos did, but that was with the wolf, and he's going to be asleep for quite some time.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
in a
still kind
coma.
of stoned at his, or not really stoned, more paralyzed at his mind.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the table doesn't have speeds for like how fast you move at 5 feet per round.
What are you wondering? How fast, like in miles per hour, or?
Yeah, well, I
Oh,
guess it's fucking.
That's on the chart. Just find the 10-mile-an-hour column or the 20-mile-an-hour column. Divide by 2/4, respectively.
True. Okay, so technically you can move half a mile in an hour. Yeah, you're gonna be here a while.
Okay.
I hope you
That,
brought
we
your
don't. We
plugs.
just need to bring a little bit ashore, just so people can't get clever, or just don't feel like the motivation's there.
And if you want to,
Can I remind you, 5 feet per hour, it also means you're going at the same speed someone crawling would.
Yeah. Okay. So just need to get away from the water, so people can't be like mighty like Wolf and feel confident they can actually do this.
fair. Also, yes, technically you could teleport out of this place, but then there's the whole kerfuffle of how do you either A, get it outside the school, or B, get it all the way from where Dominic's cave was, and then fucking up. But you can probably find like a little cove, or yeah, if you just want to drive it up into the stone, maybe hide it behind some rocks and shit, you can do so.
Yeah.
Ipos
Good,
leaves a
good
sign
enough.
on it saying, Ipos's boat, leave alone.
And thankfully, not many people like coming down here, so it's probably fine.
Yeah. Okay, we're good enough. That's 15 minutes driving to the shore. It's a 15-minute like haul. So yeah, it's fine.
As I move you back to the campus map. Congratulations. You didn't die. You got stuff.
Stuff is in we got a Dominic and Rebecca.
I mean, you also got like Aaron found magical items. People at the library found shit.
True.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you've seen the buckler, Bigby.
I saw.
Cool.
Silas isn't bothering with it because he doesn't want to be spilling sand everywhere.
So technically, he is proficient.
Yeah.
He is, yes.
You're two psychic casters in the trench coat, so. But you can return to the school.
So where am I carrying this guy?
Oh, probably to the hospital.
Medical ward first, preferably. We'll worry about the rest of it later, I guess.
Oh, I'm also gonna go turn in our bounty.
Okay then. I should also take a note that you grounded the boat.
Yeah.
If it's
It's my boat. No
not-
one else use.
Might want to go down there, maybe install a lock or two, but yeah.
I'm not sure how you install a lock on a boat, but I will work it out.
I mean, it's more like you'd install a lock to the middle bit so that we can't access the core and make it move.
Or I suppose I could always drop the anchor and then stick a lock on the anchor chain so it couldn't pull back in.
Okay, right. Right, yeah, that makes more sense. I was thinking like you just fucking drop it and like attach a lock to it. At the very bottom.
Yes,
this
I just stick
this
a bite
secure.
lock on the bottom of it.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the headmaster and say
sure.
hi.
As Aaron can go find Steve, and I assume the rest of you drag him to the medical ward.
Well,
Um,
Wolf will dump him in the medical ward.
I
Fair
presume
enough.
it's quite late in the day at this point.
yeah, actually, it'd probably be like evening-ish by now.
I'll go get the wolf tomorrow then.
He's chilling, it's fine, probably.
He's tripping out his mind balls.
Okay. The wolf is basically just taking him to the medical ward and going, here, this is your problem, or here, this is him. No comment on who he is, just be like, hey, he's having trouble, I assume.
Where we get the mouth? Please stop.
Help him, please.
This man has rabies. Help him.
Put him down.
Oh,
Gonna come to
oh
visit.
no.
Yes. Unless anyone particularly wants to stick around, you can drop Dominic off at the medical ward, presumably giving your name so they know who to contact when he eventually is alive again.
I give Alana's name to contact.
Fair.
I'm gonna be
No,
honest, Alana doesn't have a
just
ton to
alert
do.
just alert the wand storm. Everyone knows what's going on, or at the very least, who to go to if they don't know what's going on.
And yeah, you can leave that as a place to drop the message to. Sorry, what were you saying, Rose?
I mean, Alana doesn't have a lot to do, unless, like, Erin shakes her down for her alleged secrets on how to overcome mortality, which she accidentally implied that she has. She might stay around for a bit.
Alan's like, oh yeah, I have immortality, it's no big deal.
Oh yeah, mortality? That thing's a bitch. Here, let me tell you how to do.
Yes. First we'll cover side plane.
Yo.
Erin is going to find the headmistress, which, let's see. Where is she likely to be at this time? Probably in her home, actually.
Knockety knock.
You hear a bit of fumbling about inside as it sounds like someone's quickly tidying up before the door opens, a small chain keeping the door kind of semi-closed.
Yo.
Hello, Oh, Aaron?
Hi.
Long time no see.
Has it been that long?
It's been like a week.
Yeah. Though then again, we do see each other quite often for some reason.
Well, we did, I did teach one of your classes, so
You,
hope so.
Yeah, I mean, more and less.
I'd hope so.
Less. Yeah. Oh, not as often as I'd like. But okay, moving on though. Reasons why I've been missing your class. I'd like to collect that bounty.
Oh. You
Yeah, I've
got
been.
him?
Yeah, he's in the med ward right now, getting treated.
Ah.
Yeah, because we were right on that whole parasite situation where he's been mind controlled, so we're just getting that solved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's an asshole, just not on purpose.
Okay. I have a feeling this is something that I'm going to maybe ask for context, probably when he's. I'm assuming.
Well, he's from the previous school. He's been in time
No,
extra-dimensional space for 80 years, and yeah, essentially that's the gist.
Yeah, I can't remember if you did, but I'm pretty sure you've already kind of explained some of this to her before.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
I can't remember. I always mix her up with your mother.
Oh, we did. We also did figure that out we also did figure out a little bit more with the fact that he was captured by the Mother Cyst, which is a creation of Lamashtu. So yeah.
Nods, completely not comprehending. I see. Do you have time?
Yeah, sure.
Just kind of come in here. I'll get the stuff ready for processing your bounty, and you can explain this to me a bit more coherently, please.
Sure.
As fade to black as you, basically Lord Dumper, I assume.
Yeah.
And what did I say the bounty was? I think it was
3,000.
1,000. Yes. She will take your bounty, stamp it, sign it, and you are free to go turn that in.
Thank you.
Oh, actually, so she'll probably go and check it via fucking.
Oh, yeah. We also know that there's one student that is on a warpath to kill this guy, so could you make sure that doesn't happen?
Sure.
Sure,
Wait,
okay.
who's the student?
Yarick, dwarf dude.
Oh, as mentally I'm reminded as DM. Him, right. Sure. I'm probably going to have to go talk to. You said his name was Dominic, yes?
Yeah.
I'm going to have a chat with him when he wakes up, which I don't need to go to.
Yeah, absolutely. I expected as much.
Right. I'm going to go to the medical ward. Well, basically, with the sequence of events, she'll go check on him. After confirming, like, what she can, she'll probably stamp your bounty for you.
Okay.
So congratulations on money.
Yay. And also, I don't know what exactly is going to happen once that time prison is going to be broken. So,
I mean, do you know if it's going to be broken?
from theoretically, I suppose the prison could be maintained when just the thing inside would be murdered. I suppose. I don't actually know.
This sounds like something I'll have to look more into.
Yeah, because that would actually require us determining the factual purpose and or design of the said basement, because that seems like an endeavor.
Yeah. Probably something more to leave to me.
I mean, you still haven't told me about how someone normally steals a building, so yeah, I guess.
Winks. I mean, all I know about the dungeon so far is that it is attracted to certain instances of time and certain happenstances, in which case it either takes or creates a copy of the place and / or event that happened. We've had, for instance, some of the sample places that I've seen in the dungeon so far. We have had a riot in a particularly, well, a city-wide riot. We've had things such as a glacier that is constantly on fire. Things nonsensical, things seemingly impossible, but for some reason they're down there. And of course, as you've told me before, things can enter and leave through it. I don't know how much of it runs on actual sense, to be honest. It functions as it does.
Which is going to be a bit of a complicated situation to run into, especially when we need to actually get into sort of the deeper sections of it to go find whatever this mother cyst is and go deal with it. Because we're going to need to actually understand the dungeon to a point.
Yes. I mean, you were under the impression that it's separate in a sense.
Oh yeah, and
That's
it's
why you
some
need
form of
portals.
yeah. It is still a prison, so you got to get through doors.
Yes. It's something I can look into.
Okay. I mean, you've already got a lot on your plate, so we're going to be looking into this ourselves. I'm probably
I
going to miss a
mean,
few more of your classes,
even.
but
Also, I wasn't entirely meaning just by myself, but if you're willing to look into it for me as well, then feel free.
I
That
mean,
said, my curiosity is piqued.
oh, okay. Well, yeah, sure. I'll happily look into it for you. I've already developed a portal technology, so that's something.
She raises an eyebrow. You have?
Yeah, the Dominic situation stressed me out a lot that I, kind of did that.
That doesn't sound very healthy, Aaron.
It isn't.
Most people don't go in the face of stress. Yes, I'm going to develop an entirely new method of movement.
It's sort of gateway tech. It doesn't. It's not really. Yeah, it's not healthy. I need to have a few days. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. You should probably go check on Dominic. But that's the situation.
Thank you for informing me, Aaron. Go get some sleep and fucking chill out.
I try.
Do you?
Yeah.
Looks at Aaron, who's probably like, oh yes, I've been torn apart by ghosts in the past hour.
Yeah, and it's kind of twitching a little bit because she's been upped up on drugs too the entire time. Because I've had like 4 tears to wines during the time.
It's like that fucking meme of the fox who's sitting there and just looks like awful. Yeah, I chill. On you go, Aaron.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, and Aaron
Meanwhile-
will take off.
Fair enough. Meanwhile, in the more awkward situation in the dorm where you suddenly have 2 more people, well, I say 2 more. Yeah, presumably Rebecca has went back to your dorm because she doesn't exactly know where the fuck else to go. Taking silence as a yes.
Not got a better plan.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was muted. I was saying it's a good thing we have a spare bedroom.
True. But I'm assuming, considering most people are also A, tapped on abilities, and B, it's late, people are going to go to bed. Which means it becomes a Sunday.
Oh yeah, I was going to.
Oh yes, candle.
Yeah.
Did you decide what you were going to pick?
Yeah.
Oh, I should also note you did. I checked my tracker for Candle, and technically he's 1 experience higher, so you have 7 to spend instead of 6.
Cool. I was going to unlock the chest slot, but now I'm like, do I want the body slot?
So let me check.
Do I just want a candle robe? Uh,
What you're thinking about that, Big B, if you were alive.
Yes.
Were you going to feed Jun the big water essence?
Yes. Yes,
Are you going? Do you want to do that now?
Yes. Let's
Okay.
go.
Give me a second.
I also got the 2 little water essences that she can
Oh,
have if she
right.
wants.
I guess I just read chat as I tabbed back into it. You have 2 little ones and 1 big one. Okay then. That's good. That's good. Some very good rolls for you. Give me a second. Oops, nope, that's wrong. As you'll find, June gains 3 XP and an evolution point. An evolution point can be spent on any existing ability to boost it. Typically, this depends on what you choose to boost. If it's something like boost a skill rank or movement, expect it to be something similar. If it's an ability, typically it will improve upon the ability.
Right, yeah. Elden plays for
let's see here.
Decision too hard to turn. Too many options.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking I just wanted the chest slot because of just how much EXP I had, but I don't suppose you can give me a hint about what I'm unlocking with the chest and body slots.
Give me a second. Where's my PC notes? Okay, for chest, I can tell you. Chest it gives you a kind of widespread buff, but it's like short duration. Your body slot gives you a robe, as you suspected, which will basically boost a lot of your witch shit.
And when you said widespread buff, is that like I can buff everyone?
No, it's more. I'll tell you this: you will shift your form for a short amount of time, giving you various benefits.
Ooh.
They're not necessarily incredibly suited to you, I'll have to say, but they're not bad.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with the robe then.
Okay then. Da, 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 da. Let me PM you. Where are you? There you are. I'll upgrade or I'll change Candle's entry later. And finally, while you're reading over that, dark. When you sleep, you're getting a visitor. I'm sure you can guess who it is.
Is it not Santa?
Oh, sorry?
I'm assuming it's not Santa Claus.
No, it's not yet Christmas. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure actually the in-game date matches kind of up well with current date, which is weird. Where's the calendar?
I assume it's also not the 4 Horsemen.
No. Oh yeah, it's actually like the 20th of the 10th. Weird. But no, you find yourself in a familiar... Do I still have the flowers? Oh yeah, I do. Go back to your brain place. As you find yourself once again in the familiar field. Except this time, instead of there just being flowers, there's now a sprouting tree of some sort. Directly where you'd guess is the middle of your mind. Or wherever this place is.
This is what happens if you get a nut stuck up your nose. A tree grows in your mind.
You in here?
As Chamomile's head appears from the flowers again. It grows.
Mm-hmm. It grows.
Did you do something?
What do you mean, did I do something? I did lots of things.
I mean, it's like everything else here is just like flowers, and then there's just this. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's nice
Oh.
to have some variation.
I mean, I did plant a giant nut.
Ah. Yeah, I don't know what this. I don't know.
And it's going to grow into a giant tree. This old Earth temple.
Hmm. I thought there was some kind of weird on it, but I wasn't sure. I don't know. Everything's weird here. But the good news is, now that it's actually here, I can visit you in real space, not just in this fake weird shell place.
Wolf once again just kind of looks down for the moment. Just tries to imagine the floor being open. Is there anything underneath?
Still empty. Still pretty much black void. Chamomile just kind of drops a flower into it and it just kind of falls eternally.
Enough though? It's not that big yet for you.
Hmm?
Like, is the tree big enough for you to visit?
I might be a kind of small, but that's fine. I'm curious. I want to see what it's like where you live. I've only ever known the forest. And it's big and there's lots of trees and stuff, but it's all kind of the same.
We got lots of mountains.
Ooh. I've seen mountains, but I've never been near one.
They kind of look like that. Points to the mountain in the background.
Yeah, I've tried. I've tried going to them, but after a while you just sort of end back up here.
And we've got a massive lake. The lake's pretty.
I want to visit it. Being a dryad doesn't really let you visit places. It sucks. I mean, hopefully next time you wake up, I'll be able to come. Are you going to the lake soon? Oh, or the mountains?
I mean, I could go to them. I like going to the lake a lot.
When you're very cold for me, I want to see.
Okay. I can do that.
Yay! She just kind of flops backwards into flowers.
Caramel.
Yeah.
Said you'd actually teach me what to do about the whole sap.
Oh! I mean, I usually use it when growing my flowers and stuff, and then it makes them all big and strong, like the nut.
Oh. Okay.
Well, you're not quite a dryad, so I don't know what yours would do. I mean...
Idea?
Huh?
Idea? 'Cause if yours make stuff grow, then maybe mine will?
That's the sensible thing, I think. I don't know, have you done anything with it, or is you just kind of...
Not really.
Just, I don't know. Feed the nut with it, maybe. Ooh, and again, that has my essence. I don't know if I'd do.
I mean, you are me, and I'm you.
True. Give it a go.
Wolf nods.
I'm starting to think there's a lot more you than me. I don't know. Who knows? Oh! Oh, I need to go.
You got other things to do?
Oh no, someone's walked into my grove. I haven't had visitors in ages.
Have fun.
Who ain't gonna? As she kind of just falls into the floor once again. And assuming you want to leave, you can leave the flowery fields and enter a regular peaceful night's sleep.
Wolf's gonna try something.
Uh-huh.
It probably won't work, because as proven track record, Wolf's willpower is not particularly great.
It'd be like that sometimes.
But Miles doing something in real world,
Mhm.
and there's a connection between us. Wolf wants to see if he can see where she is now.
Give me a sec. I need to check your character sheet.
Yeah,
How much burn do you have?
Yeah, he's currently in a mental landscape. So,
Do you know how much burn you have?
what maximum?
Yeah.
1 second.
Because you can make me a charisma check, except in this case, you can spend 1 burn to give you a bonus equal to 1 for every burn you spend.
I'll be still with this burn when I wake up in the morning.
No.
Okay. So it's just using up what burn I have left over from our adventure.
Yeah, pretty much.
So that's almost all my burn, -1. So in that case, I can spend 6 points of burn on this
Here we go.
to add a +6 to this.
You know what? That's pretty good. Give me a second. Because, Wolf, as you attempt to pull on your connection with chamomile, that part of yourself, that naturey part of yourself, seems to bolster you. Enough so that what would probably have only been a short while of looking for instead becomes a verifiable window, and you quickly realize why, because you aren't quite looking for her eyes. You instead have manifested some kind of strange leafy form, almost a bit like a leshy, but not quite. As you see before yourself, a gigantic forest. The canopy stretches, you're not quite sure if it's just because you're kind of small in this weird leshy form, but the canopy stretches what you'd imagine is like hundreds of feet above you, with the light only just barely peeking in, the place actually being quite dim. In the distance, you can see Chamomile walking up to a strange stranger, which is strange to say, wearing a black cloak and some kind of trident weapon at their side. Well, she doesn't seem afraid as she pretty jovially goes up to greet them. Can you roll me a religion check?
I mean, Wolf technically can roll your religion check.
Go for it. Oof. Wolf, you don't recognize this figure. But as the figure looks to you, you feel something almost kind of. I don't want to say it's like heartburn, because it's more physical than that. It's as if something inside you is like crushed, and suddenly you're back in this flowery field.
Okay, time for bed. As Wolf's going to just imagine a bed and go to sleep.
Sure.
Or being asleep in the real world, so don't worry, there's just some Inception stuff going on, it's fine.
Okay then.
Clearly this entire adventure is Wolf inside of a dream, inside of a dream, inside of a dream.
I need to quickly write down what happened, because that was actually vaguely important. But unless anyone has something else to do during the night passes peacefully, and you can rest.
No, Aaron's gonna properly sleep.
For the first time in 7 years.
Hey, you'll resolve everything I DM'd you about, JMac?
Sorry, I'll probably actually do that over the week, because I imagine I want to RP this out particularly. I
Okay.
think I'll handle the cringe deep inside my soul. Also, are you satisfied with the robe ability?
Yeah, I think so, but I currently I only have the healing and ward hexes, so like until I get another hex, it's has 0 offensive capability, which would be what its secondary ability would be for. I
Yeah.
assume, because I
I
don't
mean-
want to set my allies on fire.
Well, the secondary ability is more supposed to be synergy with your ring, because that can set people on fire. Which
Yes, but
I'll
I
tell
can,
you.
Yes, but I can only have one at a time.
Yeah, Candle's coming swift up where you'll be able to manifest to. Because he is reaching milestones and he's growing up, he's a thick baby boy. But yeah, for now the first one only really gives you a resettable heal on or resets your heal hex, which isn't, it's okay. Just gotta pick up an offensive hex maybe. Anyway. Da-da-da. Just a little bit.
Well, it basically means once I've healed everyone, I can pop that and then heal everyone again.
Yeah.
So that's pretty fucking good. Just baseline.
It's gonna get even better when you reach level 5 and you can do Cure Moderate twice per day. And hey, it might be a bit more of an incentive to grab a hex, which tends to thicken if it has a once per day thing. Something like Fortune, maybe. Okay. As the next day rolls by, the main thing that happens today is Restive comes to the dorm.
Yo, Steve.
Steve finds a large amount of breakfast.
She kind of looks in and says, Wolf, do you cook this every morning?
There's a lot of people in the dorm.
I know,
So
but
yes, he does.
So Ash leans out from the kitchen, waves. I help.
I'm more
Greetings,
just...
headmistress.
Greetings, Silas. It's more just the cleanup afterwards. I do not envy you who live here.
But it's just...
Can I try?
Yes.
She'll gladly try. Are you just taking 10 on your cook, or do you want to roll?
1 second. Because Wolf right now, between, let's see, quality ingredients, his tools, he'll take 10 on this between Ash, quality ingredients, and tools, for a mere 21.
Okay. Realistically, you also get someone else to help you in the kitchen, so we'll say around like 23.
23.
As for Steve, we'll probably take a mouthful of something, probably, I don't know, what is Wolf making anything in particular, just breakfast food?
A large variety of everything you would consider breakfasty.
She'll probably take like a mouthful of pancakes with some syrup, give it like an approving nod, and go, okay, fair enough. Anyway, I unfortunately did not come here for breakfast. I've had a look
Go
at
on.
Dominic.
All right.
The good news I can tell you is you said something about a parasite in his head.
Yes, we
Yeah,
hopefully
yeah.
cleared that up.
I don't know necessarily if it's a parasite. Madam Moore was being uptight again, but there was something in his head. The good news is it's gone. The bad news is he's not waking up.
Oh, bit of a problem.
Yes. I'm not sure what's happening, but when I looked him over, there was some kind of psionic aura over him. Unfortunately, the mind is not my strongest suit. I will
Fair
be seeking someone more qualified to deal with that.
Well, we have someone a little bit more qualified.
Yes, and I can also gain others as well.
Is Erin looking at someone particular when she says that?
Yeah, Silas.
Yes, as well. I will also be likely asking the friend of Dominic that we've picked up to help.
She
Oh,
looks over
yeah,
at
her.
Raleigh with her mouth stuffed full of food. Girl?
Yes.
She swallows. Oh, yes. Do you
For
think
Steve, Ralia for Steve.
halfling handshake with gnome handshake? But Raleigh doesn't actually look too concerned. I don't want to say that I suspected like something like this could happen, but you don't kind of just remove something from the brain with it being perfectly fine.
Especially not with it having such a deep influence from before now.
Mhm. Hopefully, this is just a time thing, but yeah. I think between you and me, Silas, we could probably we could take a crack at it. In worst case, we find someone more experienced.
Yes, of course.
She leisurely continues on with breakfast.
Steve is welcome for a full helping of breakfast if she so desires.
Although she looks very tempted, she does say, unfortunately, I have more business I need to attend to. You mind if I take something to walk out with?
Go ahead.
Yay. She'll, I don't know, grab something she can eat in her hands. I don't eat breakfast food a lot, I have to be honest. Hash browns? Are those breakfast?
Yes, yes, they are.
All I know is they're
Hash browns.
potato.
Yeah, I honestly imagine what happens quite frequently here, though, is Wolf and Ash end up making too much breakfast, so everyone gets to have as much as they want. And then the leftovers, Wolf ends up taking to the sparring hall for his morning practice.
Yes, feed the community.
Because they
Right.
might as well get
So, oh, by the way, guys, we did get confirmed on that bounty. Additionally, Silas, if you want to do that now or later, I have to go probably procure that parasite proof. But I also need to talk to the alchemist about that because he needs to stop being a bitch.
Oh, good. Yes, we should at some point soon.
Yeah, whatever comes first, honestly.
I mean, at this
I'm
point, it's
tired.
largely up to you. Whether or not you want to go fishing for brain parasite, or if you want to go talk to sassy man-child.
I would rather deal with the parasite first.
Correct, because getting a parasite to confront the sassy man-child with seems important.
Yes, as well as I do not relish the idea of speaking to him again.
Honestly, I don't know why you find him so difficult compared to everyone else.
I find him incredibly distasteful because he is clearly insanely selfish.
I mean, it's like looking into a really dark mirror for you, I must say.
No, there's a key difference.
The darkest mirror.
He cares about no one else.
That's
I
not
see
true.
and I care about people around me. Because as much as you may not believe it, I do care for every single one of you.
Ah, so that's why you're a dick. Got it. Anyways, we have a lot of things to work on. Let's go get that brain parasite out, and then we go talk to Sassy Manchild. Unless you want to have any other suggestions.
Nope. Let us go to the parasite.
Okay.
Okay then. As Sass and Aaron can make for to Parasite, does anyone else have anything they want to do in particular? Or is it just chill Saturday?
Epos goes to find a wolf.
Ah yes. You want to
He has to make sure it stays alive and look after it and work out some way of breaking the weird control thing in its gem eyes.
well, I'll do you first because it's very quick.
Oh crap.
Thankfully.
Yep.
I mean, it's mostly saying you can get there very quickly. As for what you want to particularly do, the wolf is indeed still there, kind of drooling a massive puddle underneath it.
Oh no, it's going to drown in its own drool.
I mean, it's a dog. It's not gonna. It has a snout.
Also, that would be very hard to do.
A lot of drool.
The body
Maybe if
doesn't
you're
produce-
like. Anyway. Honestly, I can't remember. Did you already do an Arcana? It's a new day. If you want to attempt to identify more about the eye, give me an Arcana check, I'm afraid.
I can stick a Tears to Wine on this, because it's a new day, he can prepare new spells.
It's a new dawn. It's a new...
I can't think of any other spells.
I don't...
I would have... What did that do?
If you want, I can...
Oh, that's a
like,
plus
yeah.
2 on knowledge checks, that would count. Does that stack with Tears to Wine?
Probably. Because one of them increases stuff for int / wisdom
Yeah,
based rolls.
one's enchantment bonus, one's competence bonus. Yeah, they stack. That's good. So that'd be a total of +4 on this. Ugh, 10. The fuck, Epos.
Epos surmises that, in the simplest way, would just be take the eye out, which...
Yeah, which will kill it, or leave it blind, which will kill it, so no.
Yeah, it was leaving it blind. I mean, technically, if you got someone to carry the wolf, you could take it home with you, and then just take care of it until you find a way to unenchant the eye, or get rid of the evilness.
So I could, but at the same time, it's still a wild animal. I mean, eventually it's going to wake up from this, especially with Epos helping to treat it. And it's a wild animal.
The main thing you've identified is it's some kind of special direwolf. You think it's a bit more intelligent than regular wolves, at least. You could attempt to reason with it when it wakes up.
Also, you're a druid. Shouldn't this be your, forte?
I mean, it totally is my forte. Hopefully. But at the same time, it's still a wild animal. It's still a wild direwolf.
I'm just saying, especially you're a charisma druid. You are the perfect person to try and do this.
Yeah. I mean,
Most druids lack the charisma.
I mean, just as a player, I am saying that's an incredibly bad idea, bringing a direwolf into the middle of the school campus for a multitude of reasons. Epos, on the other hand, has a fucking evil eel stashed away in his room along with about a dozen baby mimics. He doesn't think that way. He's going to find some way of bringing this back to the campus with him.
Yes, common sense does not exist. We know this.
Meanwhile, I'm sure Alana and Ash are just waiting for the day things go wrong with Epos' stash of evil creatures so that they can purify them from this world.
You're not purifying my
Technically,
creatures.
only one of them are evil.
I'm also not sure I can fit a dire wolf under my bed. I may have to find another hiding place for it.
I'm trying to... Hold on. I'm looking for my notes to see what people identified about the eye last time, because I think we were pretty well. But, oh yeah, that was it. As far as anyone could tell before, all it did was give it an evil aura.
Yes, and we figured out that its ability to see it, and we figured out that it had some form of connection to Dom, I believe, and he could exert influence on the wolf through it. I'm sure that was something we had worked out.
I know you figured out there's a link, but as far as you're aware, you're not sure the extent of which.
Right,
However,
we
you
might,
also
we
know
might
he's
just
kind of
theory
unconscious
crafted,
possible.
but yeah.
I think the only thing I can 100% tell you is you figured out he had a big mirror that he could see through the eye with.
Yes, there was definitely that.
Yeah, as you walk past the gigantic mirror that you can see through the eyes of the other wolves with. Oh yeah, that thing.
Yes, that thing there. Well, Ithos will sort out some way of getting the wolf back, either hiring someone to help carry it, or he has a horse friend, and I'm sure I can find a cart somewhere.
I just love the idea that you're like, no, I won't go to someone with actual hands. I'll go get a horse.
And a cart, or sled, or a big leaf I can stick it on.
Okay.
Yeah, like a few giant palm leaves, tie them to the back of the horse, stick the wolf
Yes,
on.
of a tropical coasts you've been adventuring here.
You know the sort of thing.
Yeah, I know. Shaking my head anyway. For some method, like you're a fucking person, you can ask people for help and whatnot, and you have a fucking teleportation thing right next to it. You can get the direwolf back to campus.
Woo!
Whether or not it's a smart idea, we'll find out.
I guess I'll probably be stashing it in the stables more than the dorm, because getting it in the dorm and hiding it in the dorm
That
without
sounds
one
like
of
a
you
worse
not killing him.
idea. That sounds like a worse idea, as it eats all the horses.
I mean,
It was hungry.
This isn't the first exotic animal the school stables has had to deal with. It's probably up there in kind of what they have currently, in that most people don't have weird ass raiding or animals. But
And Ipos will be spending, apart from when he has to go to class, Ipos will be basically spending all his time there with it, treating it, helping it wake up, and trying to convince it not to eat him when it does wake up.
hey, I guess that's the question. Do you want to? I know you have lesser restoration. Do you want to wake up yourself, or do you want to wait for it to wake up?
I'd like to get its physical wounds healed first, and then wake it up, so it's not in great deal of pain when it wakes up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll wake it up.
Plus,
Fair
don't we
enough.
still have to actually remove the eye?
Well, if
No, we don't know how to remove the eye without blinding it, so for now it just gets woken up.
for sure. Yeah, you can get it healed. I said maybe asking one of the healing witches.
Yes. My doggy's hurt, please help. Okay, I'll come help. Oh my god, that's a dire wolf.
Nell just pulls out like 3 potions and like pours it on it. He's fine. Glug glug glug. Oh wait, she uses perfumes. Spray spray spray.
Now it's a nice smelling dire wolf.
He smells like lemons and alcohol. Yes, her magical healing potions are just Dettol.
Basically, so it's going to smell like my hospital office right now.
God, I feel that.
Every single possible kind of cleaning product you can imagine. You can imagine both proper industrial and like you can buy from the shop has been used.
Yeah. Okay. Apos has retrieved the dire wolf.
He's just collecting things.
I mean, he does. He does. I'm still disappointed that I didn't get I think it was a crab that I tried to bring from the dungeon that didn't come with me.
Oh yeah, you fucking obliterated a crab, that's true.
No, it was a giant scorpion. It was a baby giant scorpion that
Yeah,
I tried
that's
to
it.
bring from the dungeon that it wouldn't let me bring out. Bad times. I miss you.
Okay, Apos is working on the dire wolf. And Alana, Ash, and Wolf. Anything you three want to do in particular, or is it just chill?
I don't particularly have anything, I think.
Unless you want to work on figuring out what those research or ritual material or ritual books you
Yeah,
have. And
I mean,
Probably that, if anything.
Yeah, I kind of need to do that. I also need to find more participants for my thing.
okay. And yes, Dark.
Wolf would first like to buy a variety of basic tools for stuff like woodworking and that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to spend the gold for that.
Okie dokie.
Plus a little bit extra because Wolf overspends everything.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you ever like spread out the money, but keep in mind Raleigh gave you like I think it's like 2,000 gold pieces to spread amongst the group.
Did she?
I was
Hold on.
never informed of money.
Definitely inform this because this is in the chat.
Let me scroll up. Ketchup spicy. Dragon. I think I went past it. Oh wait, no I didn't. I don't know if it is ever like someone actually split it out, but I noted down that it's getting
I
split.
don't believe it was actually split in the chat. It was mentioned in the chat, but I don't think it was split.
Which, doing that now, there's 6 of you, right? 1, 2, 3. Yes. That's where you go, have money. But yes, you can get woodworking tools.
Wolf would also like then to buy a whole bunch of spare lumber and stuff like that. Just, scrap bits, which I'm going to
Yeah.
spend like 30 gold on.
Sure. Thankfully, lumber isn't particularly expensive considering you live around a lot of forest.
It's not too bad. Just Wolf's getting a sizable amount of the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going
That's
to
hilarious.
the temple.
Okay.
Because that place it wasn't in the best state. It's not been touched in a while. Wolf did some cleanup on it, but some of the pews need fixing. Some of this. So yeah, Wolf's going to try, even though he's not necessarily a great carpenter.
Gonna do some refurbishment.
He's going to do his best to try and fix the place up, tidy the place up, make it look nice. He promised.
Fair.